Hi, Karin Strand here.
And I'm Tudor Morgan. We are expedition leaders for Hurtigruten. Right now, you're in for a treat. We are going to explore Norway. This is both Karin's and Hurtigruten's homeland. Isn't that right?
That is correct. Beautiful Norway is where we come from, even though Hurtigruten has been around a bit longer than I have.
Yes, Hurtigruten's history goes back to 1893, so I can safely say that we know Norway better than any other cruise operator. And how it all started is quite an intriguing history. Care to present this part, Karin?
Absolutely. In the 19th century, the fastest way to travel in Norway was along the coastline. And this was a busy route for transportation of goods and people. But the service was infrequent, unreliable, and it was almost impossible to sail at night because there were almost no lighthouses in the north.
Yes, that must have been quite hazardous because the Norwegian coastline is not an easy place to sail due to the jagged geography and the rough weather.
No, and there were not that many accurate naval maps either. Anyway, the Norwegian government invited all the shipping companies in Norway to submit tenders for operating the express route. The only one that showed interest was a captain called Gebied. He put his steamer DS Vesterålen into service and offered weekly departures along the coast. The voyage from Trondheim to Hammerfest took only 7 days, which was amazingly quick at that time. So he called Hurtigruten, this translations into the express route in English.
And that is still the name we carry today. But we are supposed to present the destination Norway.
Yes, well, Norway, maybe you should take this part, Tudor, otherwise it might sound like I'm bragging.
Okay, I would say that the main attraction about Norway is actually the country itself. The nature and landscapes are undoubtedly one of the most beautiful and diverse in the world. It's home to more natural wonders than you can count.
Ah, you mean fjords, mountains, northern lights in winter and midnight sun in summer, right?
Yes, but also the waterfalls, lakes, glaciers, forests, boulders, lush meadows, Arctic wilderness and islands scattered along the coastline. In addition, there are of course some very interesting big cities, but the most important and exciting gems are found in the remote and rural districts. Norway has endless colourful and charming coastal towns with authentic atmosphere, culture, a creative food scene, and charming fishermen's cottages.
Another thing that is so special about Norway is the public law that gives everybody the freedom to roam. This allows the right of access to and passage through all uncultivated land. As a consequence, you can pitch a tent or hike through any land that is non-cultivated. Also, wild berry picking is permitted everywhere, and there are tons of incredible, beautiful places to see in Norway, and few barriers stopping you.
This might explain the Norwegians' passion for exploring their natural world. They call it friluftsliv, and this has created one of the most exciting and varied adventure tourism destinations. World-class hiking, cycling, mountain climbing, fjord cruising and kayaking in the summer, dog sledding, fishing, skiing and snowmobiling in the winter. Whether you're here in the summer, when the possibilities seem endless, or in the winter, when the soul-stirring spectacle of the Northern Lights.
Most of the natural light phenomena happens above the Arctic Circle. This is where you can experience midnight sun in summer, meaning 24 hours of daylight from May to July. Depending on how far north you are, of course. The Northern Lights in winter are almost common between September and March, and that is truly enchanting experience.
I agree, I've seen it so many times, but it's still one of those most astonishing experiences I know. Seeing those lights flicker over the sky, I get goosebumps just talking about it. Another thing that is truly amazing in winter is the polar night. The sun does not rise above the horizon, and this natural phenomenon creates a polar twilight with stunning shades of light.
Norwegian wildlife is truly fascinating. Sailing with us, you might see birds ranging from puffins, Arctic skuas, northern fulmars, brunette guillemots, and the large northern gannet, and of course the white-tailed sea eagle. The sea eagle is the largest bird of prey in Norway, with a wingspan that ranges to 2.5 meters. This majestic bird can be spotted from deck, but we also offer sea eagle safaris.
And there are whales. They are most frequently found along the Vesterålen coast in the summertime and in the winter. Whales are a common sight from Vesterålen to Hammerfest further north. You might see the large sperm whale, but if you are lucky, you may also spot pilot whales, minke whales, humpbacks, dolphins and killer whales. On land, herds of reindeers are a frequent sight in northern Norway. The inland also have moose, lynx, foxes, wolves and bears. But there are very slim chances for seeing them from our ship.
One creature you will get acquainted with is the red king crab, but you are most likely to see it on your dinner plate. This giant crab can weigh up to 8 kilos and is considered a true delicacy.
Yes, we should mention Norway's coastal kitchen. You see, Hurtigruten takes full culinary and environmental advantage of sailing through one of the world's most fantastic pantries. A commitment to fresh food runs throughout our entire fleet, focusing on locally produced ingredients with minimal food miles.
A lot of ingredients you are served in our restaurants on board, such as cod, scallops and Arctic char, are sourced straight from the sea. At 15 of our ports of call, we receive locally produced seafood, eggs, poultry, dairy products, mustard, syrup, salt, mushrooms, berries and vegetables from more than 40 different small-scale producers. Everything is delivered directly on board to the ships, which significantly reduces food miles and optimizes the use of port facilities.
Fresh local food is a treat for your taste buds, but it also enhances the travel experience, generates positive ripple effects in the local communities, and inspires great stories about the places we visit.
Imagine sitting in the restaurant eating cheese while we sail past the meadows where the cows graze. The story behind the food is part of the culinary experience.
You'll also find this on board, and with us, I mean the expedition team. We have one mission on board, and that is to enhance your experience by involving you and interpret the nature, wildlife, culture and natural phenomena you see during your voyage. Through guiding, storytelling and lectures, as well as excursions, hikes and friluftsliv activities, we will enthusiastically share our knowledge and passion with you.
By joining us, you can learn more about subjects such as biology, history, geology, culture and science in an entertaining and informal way. Each team on board are handpicked for their local expertise and specific knowledge in relevant fields. We will also be taking you to all the best hidden sites and gems along the coast, most of them way off the beaten track.
And sailing with us, you can participate in more than 90 excursions throughout the year. Join in on action-filled adventures on land or water, enjoy authentic experiences of Norwegian traditions and culture, or see Norway's beautiful wildlife, nature and coastal highlights. Each season brings with it the opportunity to participate in new excursions. These activities are an exhilarating means to truly explore.
How much thrill you eventually will seek, well, that's totally up to you. But whether your adventure of choice is having breakfast at the North Cape, or maybe slightly more breathtaking activities like dog sledding, rib adventures and snowmobiling, you can be sure of one thing: you won't be bored while discovering Norway. You will be excited.